boys and girls, you are almost first graders. So today we are going to write a letter to our first grade teachers. Now I know you don't know who your first grade teacher is yet, but we can just write a letter and write, "Dear first grade teacher." And then I'd like you to tell them your name and 3 things you want your first grade teacher to know about you. So think of 3 things that are special. I know there are many, many things, and you could put more than 3. I'm going to do 3, but if you want to write 6 things that are special or 10, you just need extra pieces of paper. So come on over. So first thing we're going to do is take a piece of paper and draw lines on it. And I found an easy way to draw lines on a paper. You just take a ruler and you draw a line, and then you line the ruler up to there, and you draw a line under there, and see then your ruler becomes your spacer. And you can just go right down the page. And if you just keep going, you're going to end up with a piece of paper that looks like this. All right, so we are ready to write our letter. So I told you we're going to write "Dear first grade teacher," since we don't know who that is yet. So I'm going to go ahead and spell those words for you. Dear with a capital D, dear. First, and because it's the greeting of our letter, we're going to use all capital letters for each word. Dear first grade, G with a G, dear first grade teacher. And it's okay to copy these words right from mine so that you have them all spelled correctly for him or her. Dear first grade teacher. Now this is called the greeting. That means who your letter is to. And we always put a comma at the end like that. Dear first grade teacher. Then of course I want to introduce myself and tell my first grade teacher who I am. So you're going to tell them your names. You're going to write my, now you know that word, that's a word wall word or sight word with a capital M. My name, ma. And then we have that silent E because it's a long A sound. My name is, of course we know that word, and then you're going to put your name. So I'm going to put Mrs. D. My name is Mrs. D. Period, because it's the end of my sentence. Now I want to think of 3 special things that I want the first grade teacher to know about me. So the first thing I'm going to tell her or him is that I, capital letter, and I wanted you, notice I'm being very careful with my printing and taking my time and doing a good job so that they will see what a good student I am and how smart I am. I am a good, and these are all words that we know. I am a good reader. E, and this is an E-A long sound. Read, with that E-R. I am a good reader. Okay, there's one special thing about me. I like, notice I'm being very careful to make sure I have tall letters and short letters, and my letters are made the way a first grader would make them. I like to write stories in Writer's Workshop. And again, if you don't know how to spell these words, is it okay for you to put your best? Absolutely. So you can sound out and put what you think are in those words, but remember to listen for the beginning sound, the ending sound, those middle sounds. You can do it. Stretch those words out like a turtle. I like to write stories in Writer's Workshop. I also like to paint and do art projects. All right, I'm going to go back and read and see how my letter sounds. Dear first grade teacher, my name is Mrs. D. I am a good reader. I like to write stories in Writer's Workshop. I also like to paint and do art projects. Now, of course, I need to sign my letter. That's called the close. Remember, this is called the greeting. This part in here is called the body. That's a funny name, but that's what it's called. And then the ending is called the close, and that tells who it's from. So I'm going to write from, again, one of our word wall words, from. And again, I'm going to put a comma, like I did up here, from, and then I'm going to sign my name one more time, Mrs. D. Now, if you want to make a longer letter and you want to tell more than 3 things, just don't put from Mrs. D or from you at the bottom. Just get another piece of paper and keep going, and then write from and your name when you're finally all done. Okay, then I want you to save these letters and be prepared, that means ready, to bring them to your first grade teacher when you meet them. They will love getting a letter from you, and they will love finding out some special things about you before you even enter their class. So, have a good time writing these. Do your best. I know you are good readers and writers. So take your time and show that first grade teacher how much you've learned in kindergarten. Bye-bye.